Hello, hello, hello. This is Birdseye Tarot Cabin. I hope you're doing well, and I have two groups for you to choose from today. So if you don't know what a pick a card is, I'll explain it. Otherwise, you can skip to the pile selection. Um, a pick a card is when there are two cards for you to pick, or two groups for you to pick, and you pick whichever card or whichever number or whatever resonates with you the most. So you need to use your intuition. You can also pick both groups if both resonate for you, or if you just can't pick. There should be messages for everyone in both groups, but one should be a little bit more aligned with you, especially if you've liked my videos before. Every time you press like on the videos, you're adding your energy to the collective, and it makes it easier for me to connect to you. So liking, subscribing, all of that stuff, it genuinely does add the magic to it because that's the intention that I've set. So doing that makes them more relevant for you. Just FYI. So we have two groups. We have group. What should I do the number for? We should have group. We have group 1212, and we have group 3333. Yeah. One. So this is group 1212, which is chaos and conflict. No, sorry, like change in the wind. Better. I wouldn't have used that card. I don't like to use negative cards for that. So okay, change in the wind, and that is number 12, which reduces to three. It's 1212. Holy crap! I swear I didn't even look. And then we have blessed for pile 3333. Okay, which is actually number 22, which reduces. If we reduce it, it would be 24. So those are your piles. I'll show you one more time. This is group 1212. This is group 3333. Right, ready, set, and go. Okay, we're gonna start with group number one. So group number one, Spirit, please tap me into group number one. The energy of the collective for group number one. The viewers who I don't know, who are not me. What do they need to know? First of all, the number three does stick out immediately. So collaboration, a conflict perhaps, because I did think this was chaos and conflict. I feel like you're sad that something is getting old, like a thing, like, or maybe an animal. Um, I feel like maybe your town is changing, and you are like, I don't, you're not liking it there as much anymore because things are just. It's like here, there, it's like degrading, right? But I wouldn't say that your town is degrading. The most likely thing is that the town is being overly like is being gentrified or whatever, you know. So the vibe is degrading, right? And that sucks. What else? Let's see. So there is a zebra here. A zebra has stripes, white and black stripes. I don't know the meaning of the zebra. We're gonna look at the meaning of the zebra, and I'm gonna fast forward through this part. Okay, so the meaning of the zebra is harmony, harmony, unity, and balance. Okay, and it is a horse-like creature, so it is very fast running. It, although it is, it does get predated. So it has predators, right? So it's vulnerable. So being vulnerable, even though being okay, so having unity with people at this moment means that you must be vulnerable with them in order to gain access to this group that you want to gain access to, or to gain the favor of people that you might want to gain favor of. You need to be vulnerable with them. You have to show your true self. You can't just and you know, we all have a certain roles we play in order to protect ourselves, and that is totally fine. But we're gonna have to release that a little bit. We're gonna have to drop the armor a little bit because there is something that these people can offer you, but they can't do it if they don't know who you are. Some of you are auditioning to be actors, and you need to be. I mean, of course, actors are acting; they're acting as other people, but you need to act as who you are. Like you need to act like you act, and you don't want to mimic somebody else, for example. So avoid that. Have your own style of acting. Have your own energy, and that will be what brings you success. Heard maybe not the first or second time, but then there's going to be an audition that really gets you. And if audition doesn't apply to you, then just take it how it resonates. It could be a job interview, things like that. I do get job interview very loudly as well. Um, Social media. There's also like a north and south. There's wind here, and the wind is going either south or north. Um, so there's travel here. You might need to. There's so whatever opportunity is coming for you, you might have to travel for it, and it might make you feel very vulnerable. You might have to drive alone somewhere, and you don't like doing that. That's what I'm hearing. Um, yeah. So let's see what else, Spirit. What else, Spirit, do you want to tell us about? Grupo número 1212. So you have building blocks. I got that yesterday, and I think bio one. Yeah. So building blocks. I feel like I'm hearing building from the ground up. You feel like you're building from the ground up. Maybe you're starting something really truly brand new. You're really going out on a limb and doing something that is like kind of scary for you. Yeah, and you do have the skills like naturally. You just have them. Some people might go to school to have the skills that you have, but you have them naturally. You might get a little bit of training, but you won't need very much because the way you grew up has taught you how to do this. And that's the case for some actors. That's the case for a lot of singers. That's the case for a lot of different things, a lot of different jobs. Then I got truth be told. You really must be truthful about yourself and truthful about what you want to accomplish. I'm hearing. You have to open up and show them who you really are. So introduce yourself if you have a chance. I think in a job interview that's really important. In the job interview, don't just try to be strictly professional. I mean, of course, be professional, but don't try to, like you feel like they expect you to not be human, but that's really not the case. That's really, really not the case anymore. Thank God. And I think in 20 years, we're going to be in a much more lax society as far as that goes, and we'll be able to be a human being when we go into these job interviews. Because right now, they're not getting employees that they could really benefit from because they're rejecting people who cannot and will not hide who they truly are, and then they're getting these people who are fake at the very beginning, and then they're surprised that later, who, who is this employee? So I think some big employers like Google and Apple for major positions, they don't do that. They really try to get the person, but mm, most places are not like that. So, but in this case, this is what you need to do. You need to be authentic. Don't hold anything back from these people. I'm getting like maybe there's something you got in trouble for in the past. Maybe there's a background check, and if you talk about this frankly with this person, then you're not gonna have a problem with any marks on your background check. Okay, like you just have to be honest, and some of you might be honest and you still might not get the job, but it's like that energy is necessary for whatever's coming next. So whether or not this results in success, because I'm hearing it's not necessarily going to result in success either way, you doing this and you being your authentic self at this thing will will create the momentum to to get a better opportunity in the near future. if you can achieve this, and you can. I'm really feeling your energy right now. It is very authentic already. I can feel that fear, that shield kind of around you, and you just have to kind of release it. And honestly, something happened to me yesterday in a meeting, a spiritual meeting, called the Circle with Illumia, and I was very upset because I was late and she was answering my question, right? And so I was late to my own question. I didn't get to hear her say my name or my question, or really, I didn't get to feel special, and what my ego was a little hurt. So I didn't turn my camera on for a while, and I was just sitting there upset. And then I heard her guides. It's very loud because her guides are extremely powerful. They're called the Pleiadian priestesses, and she calls them the Pleiadian sisters. And they're very I love them. I call on them often. And anyway, they said they were being a little bit parental, and they were saying, "Let it go, let it go, let it go." And I was like, "But what?" And so they were like, "No, no, no, just trust us. Let it go." And I just relaxed, and it felt like all the anxiety and sadness and stuff that I was feeling, like I was so overwhelmed with the anxiety attack that was welling up inside of me. It started to be pulled up through my heart, and that hurt a little bit, and but then it went up my neck and out of my crown chakra, and it was gone. It was one of the most spiritual experiences I have ever had, and it was so powerful. I've never felt like you could just release emotion like that. And I tried it again today. I feel like you really do need the help of some kind of guides like that to do it. At first, if you're not used to it, but clearly they were saying you can do this on your own, but we will help you. So call on whoever you need to help you, your guides, your angels, whoever, and ask them to do that for you, before you go, so that that shield is released. Okay. So you want to release that shield. Okay, so what else? Where's my pretty deck? Oh, I know I brought it up here. I thought I did. Well, I suppose I did not. That is such a shame. Life it is, life it is. So what else does group 1212 need to know, please? Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Yeah. So I feel like you feel like maybe you're not even applying to certain things, or trying certain things because you really just automatically feel like you're going to fail. And I get it, but it is worth trying. It is worth trying, especially if it's something you're very passionate about. I'm not saying going after things that you're not passionate about, but definitely try the things that you are passionate about, or that you could be passionate about. What comes up for me, and this is for me, this is an example, but use this as an example for yourself, right? Uh, this to me would say, go and find a voice teacher, because I've been wanting to do that for years. And I mean, I'm not growing any younger, and I don't know why I don't do it, but I haven't. But I need to. I know, like, music is something that I know I need to be involved in. So, what is that for you? What is something that you have always wanted to do, that you really need to be involved in, but you just haven't gotten around to it? And that's what it is. That's what it is. Start now. If you start now, if somebody in the comments comes to me, or in my DMs on Instagram, and it comes to me and says, I took your advice, I started this XYZ, then I will start music. How about that? I'm not saying that I'm putting all that responsibility on you. I'm just saying we can challenge each other, and yeah, see how it goes. So tarot cards. I don't have the ones I wanted, the ones that are appropriate for YouTube as well. I guess I have the Star Trek ones, but Yeah, I'll use the star. No, I'm really being called to use these because they have a lot of imagery, but I just might not be able to show you. So group 111, what do they need to know, please, spirits? And I didn't bring the Book of Answers up here. Five of Pentacles, okay? So the Five of Pentacles, don't worry. We'll see what's up. So I'm going to say that's your past. We have the Nine of Pentacles. That's an upgrade, okay? And I'm hearing the word upgrade, so there we go. You've been, you've been hurting for a long time, emotionally, physically, mentally, in relationships, probably Six of Cups. So maybe in a friendship. But honestly, it's like all this turmoil is really in your past now, and like you're aware of that. But I mean, it's still gonna come up. Healing's not linear, but you really are very much past this this pain. Maybe you recovered from physical illness, or maybe you recovered from the big C. Maybe you recovered from a broken bone. Maybe you recovered from deep depression. In any case, right now you are in the best spot of your life to pursue whatever these goals are that you have, and only fear is holding you back. Only the boldness is required here, okay? And without that, though, you're not going to be able to achieve that. So you really need to add that bold energy. It should, I honestly don't see why it's not like a Leo card, because that's a very Leo energy. Temperance, okay? Be patient. I hate that, but divine timing. It is what it is. It is what it is. They love to tell us that, don't they? Also, something about like whatever this is going to bring you great, great joy. Great joy. It's something that it's like, again, I'm getting childhood dreams. This is you're achieving your childhood dreams. Oh, it's like not a chill in this case. It's like this undescribable feeling in my stomach. Wow. Wow. Whatever this is, you must do it. You really must, because you're gonna be so happy. I can just feel it. I can feel that excitement and the contentment. I kind of want to cry, to be honest. I've been crying a lot lately. I had like kind of a sort of awakening a few weeks ago, and then it kind of slipped away, and I guess that's normal. But what didn't slip away is extra emotionality. I didn't used to be able to cry at all, and now I'm crying like every day about the slightest thing. So I guess I'm just making up for all the tears I didn't cry before. And maybe that's probably for you too. You probably have felt like lack of emotionality and numbness in your life, and that's coming to an end. That's coming to an end, and you're starting because you've been in this hermit energy. You've been doing the internal work. You've been finding out who you really are and what really makes you tick. And um, with the Temperance card, it's like you're finding out what extremes you cannot go to anymore, and where your balance actually lies, because it's not the same for everyone. Justice. Oh, things are going to be made right, baby. Things are going to be made right for you. I think that there's been a lot of injustice for you. Like, there's really been a lot of people who have not wanted you to succeed. They've been holding back your light. They've been, your guides have been very unhappy with these people that you've been around. You've been hanging around the wrong kind of people who do not support you. Maybe your family doesn't support you. Maybe they're trying to make you feel small when you need to be big, and that's not going to be the case anymore. You are going to be bigger than big. You are going to be very big. Whether that means like you're famous, or that just means that you are wealthy, or that means that you are just one of the happiest people they know. Like you, happiness is your future. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not even seeing necessarily wealth, but it could be. It's just not focused on that right now. It's focused on your internal conditions and how content you are, and you are so close to finding that contentment. And it is something external in a way. It is something about your passions. It's about your childhood dream. It's about a childhood dream. You really, really must go after it. And if you already are pursuing it, if you already are acting, if you already are singing, dancing, if you already are painting, if you already are a firefighter, I don't know, then going up to the next level of whatever that is, or believing in yourself that you can do it, going back to study a little bit. Again, I'm getting Juilliard. Somebody who's watching these videos, tell me who you are, please. Who's going to Juilliard? That is so cool to me. I that is so cool. I get Juilliard so often in these messages. Maybe it's somebody from Star Trek, because I know a lot of them went to Juilliard. They know I love them. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. But yes, things are going to be corrected for you, and you're going to have a lot of joy. Okay, and this is, I mean, I get a lot of negative messages. I say this every time. That's what the cards are saying. That's what the cards are saying. So I guess the people who are attracted to these messages are just people who are, you know, they're up for good luck. It's not to say that there's not going to be like the trying times in the middle. I think that this is more of a big picture thing. So maybe we'll ask the tea leaf cards for some little, like the little picture things. I'm not sure that's how you say that. So more mundane things for us, please, for group number 1212. Firecracker excitement. I do feel like this is almost literal. I feel like you're going to be invited to go see fireworks, and I feel like you're not going to want to do it. You don't want to. You don't feel like going, but you should, because you're going to meet somebody there who's going to be influential somehow. Yeah. Otherwise, though, excitement. You're just excited about this new opportunity. But you have to get excited. Like, you have to really, like, really start putting this stuff together in order to organize and be ready to do whatever this is. And we're talking about a rehearsal or an audition, and we'll just go with that. But remember, it could apply to many things. So get ready for that audition. Start practicing. Start learning lines. Start doing different things. Start learning lines that you resonate with, and do it in a voice that is yours. Don't copy anybody. You know. Um, Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. Like I said, yeah, the most difficult part of the situation is over. Like I said, I know things were difficult for a long time. I feel like you had money problems. Mm, you just, you just were really down and out. Like you just were really down and out with humanity, with the world, with how the job search was going, and it just wasn't working out for you. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yes, yes. So you are on a journey that is going such amazing places. I really get fame for a lot of you, just FYI. Not everybody, but I do get recognition for pretty much everybody here. Follow those childhood dreams. Follow those dreams that were at least inspired by the childhood dreams. Um, Follow your creative instincts. Um, and I mean, even if it is something kind of more logical, rational, but something that you can still be creative with, is fine. As long as you can be creative with it and it resonates with you, that's what it is. And be who you are. And if you go to an interview or an audition and people don't like you acting like who you are, then them, okay? Because they don't. That's not who you're meant to be with, okay? That's not who you're meant for. And they are not the ones. Um, let's see. Wedge. No, actually, well, we get the bottom and the top. You will be taken care of in a difficult time. And wedge. Um, Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So that just means competition. That's it. Again, in an audition situation, there's always competition. So just remember that. Remember that sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I feel like in auditions, you lose more than you win. But be you as you're the very best you and you will win. Okay. So that's what I got for you, pile number 2. Please like, subscribe, share. Look in the bio for a tip link and for personal reading link. Okay, and I will see you next time. Bye. All right, group 3333. I lost your card for a second, but here it is. Blessed. All right, so if you chose blessed, this is your pile. Sorry for the image quality. There's really nothing I can do about it while I'm doing these little lazy readings. But she's in a shell, so there's a lot of sea creatures in this, but she is in a shell, but she's not fully in her shell. It's like she's coming out of the shell, maybe even like a chrysalis. So you're evolving, and I feel like you don't know what you're evolving into, though. It's like you know something is changing. You know you're having a shift, having an awakening, having something like that, but you have no idea what kind of what person is going to come out of this. She's going to be a fairy. Seems like. So what else do we need to know about this for group 3333? Also, you're blessed. I mean, this is a great card just in general. Being blessed, there's a lot of blessings coming in. With 2-2, it's a choice that you're making, a big choice. So you're going to be giving a big choice, and one of the options, one of the forks in the road, is a big blessing. But I think you're going to know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to know which one is the blessing and which one is not. But I feel like one might be tempting, but one is going to be the obvious answer. And it doesn't mean that you're going to lose out on the other opportunity if you pick the tempting one. It's just that you won't get it as quickly. So, 3. You got unfinished symphonies. Whatever it is that you need to finish needs to be finished. Again with the music, though. Group one was more acting, but I was talking about music. But you guys, there is something about music, and I keep getting that, listening to your favorite music. But you know what? It's in the collective right now that sound is extremely important for shifting consciousness. So sound, Alunia explained it better. Right? This was in Alunia's circle meeting. But sound can shift consciousness. Sound can aid in awakening. Sound can help us open our hearts. So sound healing in general. Whatever frequencies you think are best, whatever. Just find what resonates. And also, if you have some good headphones, just getting good headphones and doing a meditation where you just are just in the music, like how it feels like it's happening like in the middle of your head. That's a meditation. It really is. And I used to do that when I was a teenager, and I remember feeling so peaceful after, and I didn't know why because I didn't know what I was doing. And it's something that you are being guided to do right now. Listen to your favorite music. Group number 2, which is 3333. You also got the thinker, which is 4-4. So your foundations, okay? Your foundations and your money, okay, and your thoughts. So you're thinking about how to grow yourself financially. You're thinking about a situation that happened in the past as well, that you felt like you were blessed in the past, and maybe you feel like your blessings have been blocked and like things have changed. And you're asked not to ruminate about the past because things come and go. Everything is temporary, and there's a reason why it left. So there's a reason why these situations have left your life, and Spirit is going to reveal those reasons soon. Anything else for group 3333? Here and now. Think about the here and now. Think about the present. Try not to start guessing what the future is going to hold, because all you need to do is trust. The future is, again, I get with this group too, that the future does hold something good for you. It truly, truly does. So you need to release that as much as you can, surrendering to it, which is meditation, is really the only way that you can do that. Feldenkrais and Buteyko breathing could also be very beneficial for that too, but in addition to meditation. And not every meditation is made equal. I'm just going to be honest. I know some people say they are. That's wrong. It just is just not true. So you should find quality meditations. Joe Dispenza is apparently good, but I resonate so much. But I need to give him a bigger try. 444 on the clock. I do need to give him a try. This is 345, so there is some changes happening. Okay, here and now there's changes happening, and you hope that these changes will lead to the blessing that you had before, because I feel like you have this nostalgia about the past, and the past, maybe it was a good past, maybe not, but you do have nostalgia about certain times in the past, and either you wish you could go back there, or you wish that you could change how they were. Like maybe you think, God, I had it so good in my past, but I was in such a bad state that I could never enjoy it. Like, and I can feel that. I can feel that really strongly. That it's like, I wish I could go back and just enjoy that time that I had with those people, because who knows what would have happened if I had just been sane at that time. And yeah, I resonate with that story. So I get it. And that's why we have to stand here now, because there's nothing we can do to change the past. Not, not totally. There's some magical things we could do to smidge the past, but nothing crazy. A never-ending story. Yeah, you've got this trauma stuck in your head. There's definitely trauma here. Trigger warning. This trauma could be about parental figures. This trauma could be about SA. Okay. And maybe that's why this nostalgia, this kind of was ruined for you, because it was like you were having such a good time, and then somebody decided to be abusive, and it was just jarring and shocking and absolutely traumatizing, and you're just like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you ruin everything? And oh God, yeah, I get your anger here. Why would you ruin everything? Is what I'm hearing. I'm so sorry. Imagine, imagine a better future, because it's coming. This card has two meanings. It means both that you need to start imagining the future that you want, and the present that you want, the present that you want. And what would make you happy right now if you had it? And it's not so that you crave it. It's just so that you have an idea of that. And what would make you happy if you had it, if 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 things were a certain way in a week, and not the way it was in the past. I'm talking about a new situation, because we can't get back what we had in the past. Just we can't do that. So, but also imagine means what you dream of, like the positive dreams you have in the future, are going to come to pass. But you have to get over. I mean, you have to get through this never-ending story. There's so much more to being traumatized than just being a victim, because at a certain point it goes from thinking about the trauma to just feeling like shit, and knowing that it has to do with the trauma, but now it's just like become a body thing. And so it's not really about being a victim, it's just about feeling like crap. Um, and I don't know, I don't know why I was going on about that, but I think that it's not about just victim consciousness anyway. It's about um, it's about really imagining ourselves in a place where we don't have this pain, whether it be physical or mental, emotional anymore. And what does that look like? We don't have to visualize it so strongly that we feel it, because that's not always possible. But we just need to visualize what would that look like from the outside, right? And then sometimes it does bring up good emotions. Sometimes it really does. Um, what else does group 3333 need to know? Healer of the ages. Okay, so you do have healing to do, and you are being healed by your guides and angels right now. There is definitely angelic presence around you. Again, I say you must give them consent. You must invite them to do the healing work. Okay, because the thing is that sometimes healing can bring in situations that you don't really want, and ultimately they will bring in the situations that you most want. But if you really want that healing, that the end of the pain, then it's worth it. Ask them to do it, and they will, and they will. Sometimes you need some stronger things like spells, and so, but I can't give you the spells because just for my own sake, but I can just guide you to find um, find stuff about angels. Find angel spells on Amazon, and you might find something good because they really work. They really work. Not always very quickly, but they do work, and they do defy the normal timeline. Like they will get you out of the normal timeline where your guides will just be like, "Well, we want to keep you in this timeline." And the angels be, "No, no, no, no. We're gonna get you out of this timeline. We're gonna get you into something much better, right?" So it's worth checking out. Okay. So you also have the woman wearing a heart, holding a heart. Why is she holding a heart? Is she holding a broken heart or is she holding a full heart? Door to romance. Okay, I feel like maybe some of the people here watching are people who really love to be in relationships. They maybe for a long time you were in a relationship and then now you're not, or maybe you have just been chronically in relationships since you were old enough to be in one, and it's time to be single for a little while because without being alone, we cannot heal fully. I know that relationships themselves are very healing, but we must start with ourselves first. We really do. It's not that we can't be loved without healing ourselves. That's not it at all. You are still very lovable, even if you have trauma. The problem is that it the relationship, the quality of the relationship will suffer if you don't love yourself. And if you don't truly love yourself, the quality of the relationship will suffer. And ultimately, that could lead to the end of it, or it could lead to toxicities within the relationship, and that's not your fault, but that is your responsibility. So it's just to say, like, be single for a while, do the inner work. I feel like you've already started that, and don't allow yourself to fall into temptation of some beautiful handsome man or beautiful woman or whatever, who who's flirting with you when you are not ready for it yet, because that's what I'm hearing. Not ready, not ready, not ready. You are not in the stage where being in a relationship is good for you. If you already are in a relationship, then that's not for you. Maybe this means a job or something like that. Take it as it resonates, but there's some kind of connection that might be coming in that is not that that could be good for you ultimately, if the person would be willing to wait. And we can't, it's not fair to ask, but you could say, well, if you are available when I am ready, then I would love that, but I cannot do it right now. But make your own decision. I know it's easier said than done, but trust me, it's being in a chronic relationship is a symptom. So, yeah, hostilities. Yeah, exactly. Whatever kind of proposition you're going to get, it, you're not seeing it fully. I don't know if this is even just about relationships. It could be about a job, or just friendships, or anything. It's like that I'm getting cars. So maybe you're going to a car dealership and they're trying to cheat you. So I would get a second opinion, or I would just be prepared for hostilities and be prepared to be calm because these people are not going to be calm. Yeah. Make sure that you have somebody around you who is protective of you. Okay, because yeah, there's somebody around that is not, who's the opposite, who would be willing to go very far to get what they want, and this cannot be allowed. This cannot be permitted, and yeah, because you are on this healing journey, you don't need this extra drama. So if this person comes up hostiles, then off with their head. Goodbye. Goodbye. And let your family deal with it. Or just go back to your family unit, whether that be chosen family or your true family or whatever. Because I don't like that energy. Neither do your guys. Your guys are like, nope, we don't like that either. And it might not be somebody you know. For some of you, okay. So for some of you, it is somebody you know. But for a lot of you, it's somebody you know, but you don't know well, and others you don't know at all. But you'll know who when this comes up because their vibe is going to be like kind of mm, like douchey. Maybe not just douchey, maybe douchey or like bad boy or like bitch kind of just like something about it. Something about their energy is going to be like just not great. Okay, so what else does Pyro 3333 need to know? Please, Spirit. 5 of Wands, more conflict. Oh my gosh. 3 of Cups. Okay, conflict with a friend or with a neighbor. I'm thinking a neighbor. Okay, some of you are going to have conflicts with your neighbors, most likely a male, but it could be a female. I actually it does have a female picture here, but this is the Knight of Starships, so a masculine energy, we'll say. We have the 3 of Cups, and we have the 5 of Wands. Okay, so and it's a very emotionally charged conflict. This person is emotionally unstable. So whoever this is, you need to just keep your distance because they're not healthy right now. They are the ones that need healing, and they are not going to. They are going to disrupt your peace. Whatever little peace you have right now, they're going to disrupt it. So don't let them do that. Have boundaries, okay? Have boundaries, my friend. You don't need this in your life. You really don't. What else for group number 333? You also might be going for something or going for someone really like gung ho, and I would say that just chill a little bit. It's not that you will fail, but just chill a little bit with it. I don't like to take more than one card that flies out. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out. Okay, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cloaks, 4 of Swords, 4 Batleths, technically, and Queen of Starships, Queen of Cups. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So you might have had a dream about this person. And you might have had a dream that made you immediately like feel like uh, I don't want anything to do with this person. Or maybe this person could have used magic in order to put themselves in your dream. Oh, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, yeah. They tried to put themselves in your dream, and they probably succeeded. So doing some protection, sleeping on some selenite, and some what is it that I have? Well, any labradorite I think is a good way to keep having dreams with the selenite, but blocking out any negativity with the labradorite. Just make sure you put the intention in it first, or it might not work. It'll just do random things. Gotta put the intentions. Those crystals. Page of Batless. I think it's saying that I'm starting to talk too much. Okay, let's see. I'm getting child here. Yeah. Okay. Page of Batless. Um, Ace of Latinum, and 2 of Batless. Okay, starting something new, starting something. Okay, you're in the planning phases of a new venture, and all of this emotional bullshit right now is a distraction. Okay, so that's the point of all this with spirit is that all of this is a distraction. You really need to isolate, not isolate, but just set very strong boundaries for now because whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish is not going to be helped by these people who are putting drama in your life. Okay, and there are people who are putting drama in your life. All right. I want to do tea leaf cards for you, but I really don't have enough time. So tea leaf cards for group 3333. Also a moon card. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Is a tip. There's 2 tip links in the bio. And leave a comment if this resonates, please. Honestly, you should do that for any video you watch because there's a lot of work that goes into doing this, and it's just a considerate thing to do. But also, it adds your energy to these readings so that they become more and more relevant. The more likes, the more comments, the more subscribes, or the subscribe that you put into it. That's called energy exchange, and it really does work just like that, especially because that's the intention that I put in it with the magic that I did for the channel. So this literally flew out. Gong, exciting event. Yeah, you've got something exciting coming up, but you don't want these people to ruin it. You really don't. You want it to be pure. Wishbone, a wish is granted. I cannot make this shit up. Your wish is going to be granted. Okay, your wish is going to be granted, and whatever this is, too much concern with sexual matters, sexual concerns. Okay, for a lot of you, this is a lover, and they are just. I feel like they're a little bit too clingy. That's what I'm getting. They're too clingy. February is going to be significant for some of you. Maybe some of you are Aquarius or Pisces. Fire, strong emotion of passionate love or hate. Yes, okay. So this could, for some of you, is an ex-lover or is a current lover who is becoming obsessive. So you really, really need just to be cautious about this because they could block your blessings. They could block your blessings. You need to have strong boundaries. This is not to make you afraid because I think you're too early in the relationship for this to have this kind of effect. But if it keeps going and you don't follow your intuition, you know what's going to happen, okay? Discord among, exactly, that's what's going to happen. Discord among friends and family. I almost feel like there is some people here dealing with the narc, and they are going to try to turn your family, friends and family against you. So do not allow that to happen. Set the boundaries today, baby. Today. Yeah. I want to get you a moon card just because they're positive, and I don't want to leave you on this bad note. I'm so sorry. But this is all for solutions, you know? This is all for solutions. It's all to help you. So if you stayed through this video and you stayed till the end, that means that you are actually doing the work and you want to succeed and you want to have a solution. Otherwise, if they clicked off, then they're fine going back to a life that they're going to have problems in. So, you know, take notes. I would definitely take notes when I listen to these readings, especially because I do say a lot of things. Some of them will be relevant, some of them not, but the storyline should match up. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, yeah, you and your loved ones are safe. Don't worry. I think that last part maybe could have started a little fear in you. I'm so sorry about that. But you and your loved ones are safe. You don't need to worry about that. New moon in Cancer. So the next new moon, you're going to be feeling safer and more secure in whatever you're doing. Your commitment is being tested right now, so you need to pass this test. Okay, this is a true test that you're going through. So, and it's up to you. It's up to your discernment what the test is. Maybe I'll do a pick a card reading. If anybody comments and asks me to do that pick a card reading, I will do it. But I'm like, I see you viewing my video, but nobody comments. So if you don't comment, I'm not going to do the video. But if you want to see it, or if you have any other request, comment down below and ask me. Sorry, that's my shadow, but I'm not afraid to show it. Have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen and other. I love